August 1914. France has drafted its army to stop the incoming German force from Belgium. Their objective was to put the von Schlieffen Plan to a halt by holding the French borders. The French were optimistic, their spirits eager. Many saw it as a short expedition that would see them return to their families in a matter of a few months. The French would face the Germans along the frontier at several places. One was a small village not too far from the Rhine River. The German troops got word of the incoming French and had set up defenses on the south side of the village. The Germans had artillery and mounted machine guns at the ready. In the distance, blue silhouettes of the French became visible as they arrived at the village. With a loud blast, the German wrath was unleashed as its artillery ripped many surprised French to shreds. The rest of the German infantry and machine guns opened fire as well and ripped into the blue mass of French soldiers desperately looking for cover. It was a rude wake-up call to the terrors of war for the French. The Germans used the buildings as cover as they mowed down their enemies, who did manage to come closer and closer. A flanking group of soldiers attacked from the road and managed to kill a few German units before being noticed by the artillery. The French were now close enough to take out the front German defense and pinning some of them down. German artillery had lost some of its crew, but they were still considered deadly. Then all of a sudden, one of the German artillery malfunctioned and blew up in a big ball of fire, taking part of the surrounding buildings down with it. There were still defensive units deeper into the village, but not as many and not as well covered as the front. Though they were able to do some damage, they were taken out fairly easy by the French, who had reached the first buildings. When the final German artillery crew was killed, the French headed into the village as they secured the perimeter and searched for remaining German soldiers hiding in some of the houses. Victory was for the French, who refueled themselves with hope and courage, not knowing that many more battles would follow that same month, and that the results and casualties would be far worse than today.